Alright, we're going to be looking at a couple of phones this week from Eaton, and they're the Glowfish handsets. This one on the left here, this is the X600 handset, and this a screen. These handsets have got GPS, as you can tell by the lovely markings on the top there that they've put on, just to make sure that you know. The main differences between the two, the X800 has quad band, and it's basically 3G HSDPA compatible. It's got a Samsung 500 MHz CPU, so it's nice and fast. It's also got obviously the video camera on the front for video calls to take advantage of that 3G compatibility, and it's got an autofocus 2 megapixel camera around the back, whereas the X600, which I'll actually point the camera at, which might help, has got just a fixed focus 2 megapixel camera on the back, and it's got a 400 MHz CPU, which is, it's not that much slower, to be honest, both from Samsung, these CPUs, and it's not got 3G compatibility, so it's just got Edge and GPRS compatibility. Both have got an FM radio inside, though, which is a feature which you may not find on the box. Both handsets have got micro SD card slots, and they're both 2 megapixel cameras, although, as we mentioned, the X800 is an autofocus one. The X800 has got a higher resolution VGA screen, so you can fit more onto the screen. You can see the differences there, and the browsing experience obviously is going to be a bit better on the X800 because of the higher quality screen. And both got Bluetooth, and they've both got Wi-Fi as well, so you can connect to the internet wherever you are. In both boxes, which are here in the background here, we've got the usual stuff. We've got stylus, USB sync cable, power adapters, we've got a leather case, quick start guide, CDs, etc, etc. And both handsets seem to have the same sort of stylings on them. The navigation control there, the joystick is quite pronounced, as you can see. Both, as I just mentioned, have similar sort of stylings. The keys are fairly low down on the handset, quite close to the bottom edge of the phone. Both have got the same earpiece type structure, and the volume keys, the 2.5mm audio plug is on the left hand side, as is the reset switch, and on the bottom similar sort of layout on both handsets. We've got the microphone, micro SD card slot, USB sync cable connector on there. As you can see on the X600, slot slightly different. The stylus is, it's a bit hard to see in this light, it's just on the bottom edge of both phones, as you can see there, just about. Camera obviously on the back where you'd expect it to be, and then on the right hand strip we've got the power button up there, and we've got the camera button down there. So that's the difference. The X600's got a fairly nice design about it. It's got a red strip around the side, and it's a sort of rubberized type feel with a brushed metallic finish on the front. Quite nice build quality. The X800 is slightly larger, with more sort of silver plating around the back, a rubber finish around the central, the centre of the edges here, and then a brushed black metal finish on the frontage there. Both handsets have got quite a lot of extra programs installed, which Eaton haven't actually put into the they're actually put them in as separate programs. As you can see all these functions here, the SPB mobile shell, which gives you like the weather application here, and you can see you've got a good clock there, and you can get the 24-hour world times, and you've got a quick launch for your programs. You've got a very HTC like contacts chooser from the home screen. One thing I did find with this is if I do take a photo of somebody in the normal fashion like that, in the landscape mode, when you actually put them as their photo on here, it comes out sideways. But there are a lot of extra programs installed. If I go into programs and multimedia, if I press it right, and actually focus. There's lots of extra programs on here. There's the FM tuner I mentioned. You got a name card manager, multimedia manager, so I can go into that photo that I just took, and we can rotate it round if you wish, if I can find the thing. There it is. There's that photo, and we can move that around, etc, etc. But yeah, there's lots of extra programs, and the downside of this, the extra programs that have been installed, like say if we go into GPS, there's lots of extra, you can send your location via text message, etc. The downside of this is if I go into settings, and then if I go into remove programs, there are dozens and dozens and dozens of programs that have been installed. So when you install your own programs, they kind of get lost in the middle of all this extra stuff that's been added in to actually make the phone work. You can see there, look, the wireless LAN utility, video call utility, task manager, speed dial, the mobile shell, etc, etc, the satellite data update. All of this has been put in to the Eaton handset to actually make it do what it does. Look at that, you're getting a nice close-up of the carpet there. It's quite pronounced, so it's look at that focus, that's brilliant that, isn't it? There we go.